Kill the fans. We are live. How about you, everybody? Welcome into the Corner Call-In Show. I'm your host, Jeffrey Lee, Senior Recruiting Editor for Auburn Sports.com. Dadgummit, today is Sunday, August the 24th, 2025. It's the last Sunday of talking season. We're going to make it a prediction show. We want to hear everybody's season prediction record. We want to hear your Baylor game prediction score. Do it in the comments. We're going to get to all of ours. We're going to talk to some callers, and here to do it with me, as they always are, 100% of the time. When I look up there and see them boxes full, they're here. Mr. Cole Pinkston, Sir Allen Head. How about you, fellas?
How about you?
How about
you? Boys, it's here. We finally made it. It's game week.
It is, isn't it?
Game week.
That's the only response you can make, Cole. It's the Yep.
It's
So
like,
sick of it.
Says it all.
I thought for a minute it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
It is here.
There was a moment in July where I was like, I don't know that September's coming.
But we're here.
Here
I'm
we
ready.
are.
Yes.
What are we, 5 days away? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 days.
Yes. And already predictions up for the entire site. I saw that this afternoon.
We're going to talk about our predictions real quick. And Alan, you can throw yours in there as well. Our season predictions. We'll save our game predictions for the end of the show. We'll do our seasons to begin with, but we want to hear all y'all's in the comments. Call in, let us know. But before we do, don't forget, if you're in Auburn, Opelika, Lee County, looking for some real estate help, looking to buy, looking to move, looking to sell, maybe looking for an investment property for your youngins, give Jessica Andrews a call with First Realty, 334-704-4442. A lot of fours in that number, but don't be deceived. She's a freaking 5-star realtor. If you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll tell you. She's a 5-star realtor. Fantastic, man. She's been at it. I don't know for how many. It's been nonstop for her. She's been killing it, doing what she can for her clients. She's a full-service realtor. She said, I asked her, should we edit that? She goes, no, just be mature. Be mature.
She brings a valid point.
I was like, come on, that's asking a lot out of me, big dog. I mean, you know who you married. and it ain't the mature one, you know. Excuse me, distinguished guests and gentlemen. All right, Cole Pinkston, let's start with you, big dog. AuburnSports.com came out today with our season predictions. What did you have, and why did you have it?
I got 8-4. I just 9. I can understand 9. I can make a case for 9, as a few of us did. But 8-4 seems like a better guess to me, and 4-4 in the SEC is the end of the day. I think that's what Auburn might be when you factor everything in. I like the roster. Yeah, upgrades. Yeah, I love all that. I got to see this coaching staff put it all together. That's the bottom line.
That's a big part, big dog.
And quarterback. I'll be honest. Quarterback. I've still got some holdups there. Gotta see how that looks, man. I can't wait to find out. Even if it's bad, I just want to know.
Yeah. I tell you, man, I've got my concerns. I want to see. I was looking at the roster, and I looked at it this way: is Auburn more talented? And we talked about this on one of the two shows. Where does Auburn stack up with talent, in my eyes, against the 12 opponents that they face? And I think I might be wrong here, but I was pushing Oklahoma. I was pushing A&M.
Mm-hmm.
I had Auburn ahead of everyone else except for Bama and Georgia. So I had Auburn at 7-2-2 as far as they were more talented roster than 7 of their opponents, less talented than 2, and I pushed on Oklahoma and Texas A&M. So you win the 7, you're supposed to win one of the 4 one of the 4 that could either go either way or against you, and you're looking at 8-4. I also thought about this, and listen, I've said this: 8-4, anything less than that to me is a disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
It is. But I thought, okay, let me give you this scenario. Here's actually what my absolute minimum worst case that I'll allow, and that is going into the Bama game 6-5, beating Bama to finish 7-5, and then going to a bowl and beating an Indiana or Iowa State or somebody to finish 8-5. You're winning your last 2 games. You're finishing 8-5. And my question was this to myself: it was, would you rather finish 8-5 with a bowl win and a win over Alabama, 7-5 regular season, winning a bowl game, winning your Iron Bowl in the bowl game, finishing 8-5, and beating Alabama, or would you finish 8-4 regular season, lose to Alabama, win a bowl, finish 9-4?
Nah.
And then I thought, man, whatever scenario is with the one with where you beat Alabama, that's the one I choose. I could actually allow 7-5 with a win over Bama if you go to a bowl game and win it and finish 8-5. I think that's the absolute minimum.
I think you could even stretch that hypothesis to Georgia. Like if you were to beat Georgia or Alabama, I think. And let's just get to it on my end. I'm going to be the dissenting voice in the crowd. I'm going to go 7-5.
I hear you.
I just
hear you.
All right. Do I think that everything that Jeffrey has said is absolutely accurate? I do. And if you're going by blue chip ratio, it is a push when you're talking about Oklahoma and Texas A&M. Everybody's hovering around 70% blue chips on the roster. Georgia and Alabama are way out in front of everybody else. I think they're 85+% or something of that nature. So you're talking about equal talent level.
Mm-hmm.
I think the offense is going to be improved. I do. I wonder what this offense is going to be against the top tier defenses in this league. Going to Norman, Oklahoma and facing Brent Venables with his back up against the wall is not going to be an easy task for Jackson Arnold. Even though Jackson Arnold knows what that defense looks like. He faced it every day for 2 years. He's going to be very familiar with what they're trying to do defensively. They're also going to be familiar with parts of his game. So there's trade-offs there. And then you've got to turn around and you got to go to College Station with Mike Elko, who I think is one of the more formidable defensive minds in all of college football. And you think about them coming into Auburn last year, they overlooked Auburn. Let's not pretend like they didn't. A&M was the better team. And they were concentrated on Texas. I mean, hell, I think Elko even had a slip up in his press conference that week for Auburn and said, yeah, we're concentrated on Texas. Like, let the Freudian slip happen. I think the talent level is far more even this year, but that's going to be on their mind. And then you look at Georgia and Alabama, and I actually believe that of those 4, Georgia's the most gettable. I do. I think that's the game that's the most gettable for Auburn, if we're being honest here. Missouri, to me, also, while they're going to struggle offensively this year, and I believe that they will, defensively, I think they're going to be stout. I've taken a look at what they're bringing back. I think they're going to present some problems. You got to go on the road to Vanderbilt. I think 7-5 is – I can draw you a scenario absolutely where you get there and until they prove otherwise, because I have some questions coming out of fall camp. I mean, I've had people reach out to me and say, hey, look, the offense is going to be great. I've had people reach out to me and say they don't know. And until I see it firsthand with my own eyes to be able to know exactly what Jackson Arnold is or isn't going to be, I reserve the right to be wrong here, guys. And I hope that I am. Flood the comments. Tell me I'm terrible. Tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I want to hear it from everybody tonight. But 7-5 is where I landed.
You will not get an argument from me, Alan, because my debate within myself was 7-5 or 8-4. It wasn't 9-3 and 8-4. And Cole, you made the fantastic point. First of all, my math wasn't mathing earlier. Auburn is more talented than 8 of their opponents, less talented than 2 because they're 12 games. So my math was up until 11. So, but my problem with that, Cole, is exactly what you said. Can this staff win? To me, can they win the ones that they're supposed to? Because they haven't shown a great track record here in the past 2 years. So can you get to those 8 wins? Are you going to drop one? I obviously think so. I think Auburn's going to beat one of the 2 of the rivals. But I'm 7.5 right now, and I think that's the Vegas line. I'm between 7 and 8. I'm not between 8 or 9.
I think what's exciting about this, because I could foresee Auburn not doing well this year. I could.
Sure.
I am predicted 8-4. Now 4-4 in the SEC, meaning I am predicting Auburn to lose to Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia, and Alabama. Okay, would that be disappointing to y'all if you drop those 4 games but win everything
Yes.
else?
Mm-hmm.
It's not great. It's an improvement, that's for sure. Here's the bottom line, though, is what we've been told for the last 2 years. And I think the Hugh Freeze experiment at Auburn has been totally different than what we've seen before at Auburn. It's a different dynamic.
Yes,
How he's gone about it, and he's given us his order of operation. Look, by year 3, or hey, give me 2 of these classes. This is what I've got to have. Trust me, when I get this, you'll see a much better product. And I'm paraphrasing, but it's exciting because we get to see if that's actually true or not. We get to see if he's telling the truth or if he was wrong. And I hate to put that on him, but that's what we've heard, is it not?
Sure.
I'm not trying to be a jerk about it.
No, I think you're just basically taking him at his word. These are the things that he said. If anything, you're just basically reiterating or holding him accountable for what's been put out there. I don't believe in any way you're being a jerk or trying to be unfair to him. If somebody has set the standard, you're just basically restating what that standard was.
I'm not sold on Jackson Arnold. I'm not sold on the offensive line. I'm not sold. I mean, I understand the ceiling is there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sold on Xavier Chaplin. I'm just not. And I think Mike McKinney in the comments says no one has faith in this team, and the players and coaches know it. There's no reason for anybody to have faith in this team. Based on what? The potential?
First of all, the players and coaches ain't listening to us. Let me put that.
No.
People don't want to admit it, but really, we have absolutely zero to do with anything.
No, they don't care.
No,
they think we're. Anyway,
I'm not even watching the comments tonight. Look, send all the hate mail to me. I'm the one that started all this. But again, I need actual proof on the field to make me a believer. Okay. Everybody has to have a statement game where you get everybody's attention and say, okay, they have reset what is possible within this tenure. And at this point, what we've witnessed, and yes, it's year 1, but you saw Auburn roll off 3 straight victories, look like they're going to get to 7-5, only to get beat by New Mexico State and then drop a heartbreaker in the Iron Bowl. Fast forward a year, everybody's extremely confident about adding this, highly touted recruiting class, and, understandably so. And then you go out and you lose to Cal, and you lose to Arkansas, and you lose to Vandy. Games you should have had, right? Missouri. These are all games that were winnable. I don't think anybody that's sitting here on this platform tonight or that's a part of this panel wants Auburn to be 7-5.
No.
I think every one of us wants them to be 9 wins, we all want them to be undefeated.
Definitely.
Can I vote for that?
Yes, everybody would want that to happen. But what I'm trying to do is be honest with my concern, or at least transparent on the fact that I have some reservations. I hope I'm wrong. 100%. I hope this is nothing more than an emotional hedge on my part.
Do you think we would be able to provide a much better educated guess prediction a week from now after we've seen just 4 quarters of this team play? I want to see Chaplin. I want to see Jackson Arnold make some game time quick decisions. We'll just know so much more a week from now. just from one. What are y'all talking about me?
Zach said we had 8 callers on the line and now we have 4.
Yeah,
they don't want to hear it.
No, and I hear
come talk to us. Tell us why we're wrong.
I tell you what, let's get to the phone lines. We can sit here and talk all damn night, and we will. We've got shows for that. But let's get to some calls, man. Let's see if Kevin's found that honey hole yet.
So Kevin was one of the drop offs. I don't think he hung up. I think he just lost.
Blasphemy.
Oh man,
I might have lost Kevin. So we'll go here. We're gonna go with Anthony. Anthony, you're live, man.
Fellas, game week.
Yeah.
Anthony, get us straight, man. Get us straight.
Oh, he's going to. What's your season prediction, Anthony?
I want y'all to follow me now. I
All
got
right.
nine
Get in line. 9-3.
loss at Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Loss at Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm.
Win at Georgia.
I buy it.
And then
Versus
turn around
Georgia.
and lose to Missouri because that's the type shit we do.
Hey, absolutely, completely understand.
I buy it, Anthony. I buy it.
And then we went out, missed the playoffs. But I say that, man, this got to be the year, y'all. I'm stuck in a hard place because I want it to happen so bad because I don't want to start over.
Yeah.
I need Freeze to get this together. Give us a year so we can get him off the hot seat, so we can just go into next season. We got everything going. The money people love him. He got recruiting. He just need to win. I don't want to start over. I need him. He got the talent. He need to get the job done so we can take that next step as a university and stop every 3 years. We try to determine if we need a new coach or not. Really ain't got no question. I'm fired. You know how I am. Football season. I'm fired up. I'm just ready.
Anthony,
What might happen? Shit, spot the ball. Let's do
it. Spot the ball.
I don't know if y'all noticed last week the schedule for the 2026 came out as far as teams goes.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all see Auburn's schedule?
No.
Like you mean like the teams they will have on the schedule is
right
not in order? Their SEC schedule, I'm guessing. And is it going to 9 and 26?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody find that. It's It's nasty. It's nasty.
Well, I know Bama and Georgia are on there.
For sure.
LSU, Florida, Tennessee. You want me to keep going? Or is that 5 enough?
That's enough.
5 top 10 teams. Pretty much.
So they technically, you might have just, Jaylee, you might have just seen a projection because according to this, it says they have not released the official opponents yet.
Yeah, I thought that they were still.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they're still trying to decide who the 3 permanent opponents are going to be before they officially release schedules.
I thought they released that already. I thought it was Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, and Vandy.
That was.
Although these are all projections.
That's a projection.
Yeah.
That was Brett McMurphy projecting, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
my apologies.
Yes. I still think it's going to be very different from what you're seeing this year. So the murderer's row potential is obviously there. So think about every team that's not on your schedule this year. They potentially could be on your schedule next year.
Texas, LSU, Ole Miss.
I think that was another one projecting.
Florida, Tennessee.
We ain't played those people in a long time.
Yeah. So we're due. I mean, you might get a break with Mississippi State. So, I mean, there's
J Nation's Jaylee using Chat GPT.
You got the comments open, huh?
Oh shit! Yeah,
I'll keep us moving here.
Yeah.
For the callers on the line, one statement, one question, and we are out. Moving on to the next call because we're back up to almost 10 callers now.
Oh,
okay. There we go. Get in here.
That's what I had to do is throw some shit on the fire. You know.
There you go. I believe we got Don here. Don, you're live.
Hey guys. Hey fellas, how you doing?
Fantastic, right. Don. How about yourself?
And make sure that's Don.
I'm good, buddy. I just got back from the cruise. I'm in New Orleans now, walking down Canal Street. So
awesome.
If you hear a little noise in the background, that's where I'm at.
This is really you, right?
Yes, this is the real Don today. We're down Don, okay, Jeffrey?
Yep, that's him.
Calling me out. Stephen A.U.
That was actually really funny a couple of weeks ago. I couldn't get in, and I said I couldn't get in on the corner, and I believe his name was Stephen, right? Was it Stephen?
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was. Hey, I thought he did a good job. I believe it. I know Alan, you didn't believe him, but Cole, I think he had you fooled.
He did. He got a how about you for it.
Okay.
Yeah, he had me fooled.
By the way, guys, I was gone and I didn't get any high school updates. Cole, did any of our recruits have good first games?
All right, Don, you listening to Zach? He's like, you got one comment, one question. What you want?
Well, I know we got Brian Womack while we're gone, and that moved us up to 22, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How high do you? Here's my question. How high do you think we guys can get? What do you think? How high we can get now?
I think that's a great question, Don.
Good question.
It's a great question.
I tell you what, fellas, it's too loud. I'm gonna let you go and let other callers call. I'll try to get in next week, and Jeffrey, we can talk about the corner party next Sunday.
Okay. All right. What's Auburn's ceiling in the recruiting rankings, fellas?
I still think top 10's on the table. I'll step out. I'll say this. I feel better about predicting Auburn to end up top 10 in recruiting than I do predicting them to have 9 wins.
You got proof of concept, right?
8 wins. 8 wins, yes. 9 wins, I can't go that far yet, but I feel better about predicting a top 10 class.
Again, you had a believe it moment when DeMarcus Riddick, Perry Thompson flipped. Cam Coleman signed with Auburn. You knew what this staff was capable of in recruiting. You have that to lay back on, and there's some confidence in that. On the field product, it's been a little bit different. But how high does this class get? Either give me the number of wins or tell me the number of starts Deuce Knight has. And that will tell me exactly where this class ends up. I'm still going to stick on top 15. I think that's where I've been for a while now. Just because I don't think the volume will be there to get inside the top 10, but I don't put it beyond this staff. If they are on the field and their 9+ wins or better, for some of these guys that have been waiting to see Auburn come around, they have one of those signature victories. Those kids are there. They get swept up in the momentum. Money kind of starts pouring in a little bit on the NIL front. Those coffers are restocked. Yeah, I can absolutely see top 10.
Call me crazy, and we've all been saying this on the past few recruiting shows, and I'm with it. It is going to be a smaller class for Auburn. I think it goes over 20 in the class, 20 players in the class.
Okay.
I think that's what it's going to take to get top 10. I'm with you, Alan. Are there going to be enough commitments to score?
Yes.
You might be top 10 in average star ranking.
I'll tell you what.
But you have the volume.
That's the question for me is where is the volume in this class? And again, I think that volume goes up. The more wins you get,
I completely agree.
The more support and resources you have, the more kids are interested in what you have to sell. And you need those wins to come throughout the season. It can't be total back half, in my opinion. Like you can't go out there and drop Baylor and then Oklahoma and Texas A&M and expect to finish top 10. That would be a hell of a close. I think you're going to have to, get wins over the course of the year, and one of those is going to have to be a massive signature win. You're going to have to get one of Georgia, Oklahoma, Alabama. You've got to show your peers because they're going to have recruiting points of like, yeah, they improved, but they're still not beating anybody that matters, right? They're not beating any one of us. You got to have one of those on the board.
Good stuff, Don. Appreciate you, big dog.
0635. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
My name's Stan, and I'm from Panama City, Florida, sir.
PCB from Stan.
I like it.
Nice.
How about you, Stan? What's on your mind tonight, big dog?
Okay. What I wanted to do is I got a comment and a question.
Thank you.
I agree with everything that Cole Pinkston said. I think the 8-4 thing and the 4 games he said is what's going to happen. But if we can get this Baylor win, I believe that we can win 1 out of those other 4 and possibly go 9-3. If we get a Baylor loss, it's all out the window. Now, my question is, in Bryce Dees or Riddick, do you think that we possibly have our next Trey Blackman? And then I'm going to hang up and let y'all talk and get some more callers on.
Good stuff, Stan. Appreciate you calling in, big dog. Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, good call.
Great call.
Bryce Diaz, DeMarcus Riddick.
My answer is no on those 2.
Because you think he's better.
Because I think it's Elijah Melendez.
Ooh.
That resembles more of your Trey Blackman, right?
He was a middle backer. Which is what Elijah is. DeMarcus more of an outside guy as well as Bryce, right?
Yeah.
Am I not?
No, you're right. You're
Okay.
right. And
Yeah,
I'm not even just. I'm looking more at middle, but also build and the style of play. I think they're close.
See, to me, Melendez is more Josh Bynes than he is Trey Blackman. I don't see the same explosion from Melendez, but I definitely see Trey kind of got overwhelmed at times in the middle by guards. He didn't get off blocks great, in my opinion. So if he didn't get downhill quickly, he wasn't as effective as he needed to be. And I don't think everything ever really came together for him the way everybody had envisioned, specifically Tuberville. I mean, they thought that kid was going to be special. I thought he was too. Melendez, to me, is going to be rock solid. I think he's going to be Josh Bynes, a guy that starts for you for 3+ years. It's going to be over 70 tackles per season. I mean, I just think he's that kind of a player. And somebody that's going to be able to – you're going to be able to count on him for the years to come in the middle of that Auburn defense.
Good stuff, Dan. I really like it. I want to say real quick, JHM_78 Aub said I'm a sexy dude.
Yes.
His wife must be on his account tonight.
Damn right.
Gotta be.
Look at you.
Hey, same guy, JHM, says he'll get me a Waffle House gift card.
Oh,
Baylor. Come on, let's go. I got some steak in the game now, baby.
Oh,
No doubt.
you would eat steak from Waffle House?
I would.
STAKE is what I meant, but yes, I would.
Oh, okay.
Look, man. Look, steak and eggs and get those hash browns.
That's what I thought it was
actually.
Chuck and Cap, baby.
It's actually a double entendre. Yes, I would offer it steak.
Our next POW next off season is going to be, would you eat steak from Waffle House?
I'm a hell yes on that one. Yeah.
Listen, I love Waffle House more than anybody, but I would never.
No, just sit me next to Gus Malzahn over there, baby. Just don't pay attention to what's on my plate.
Give me the hash brown.
All right, good stuff, Stan.
Jeffrey, before we
go
go
ahead,
on to his 8-4,
Yes.
or to agreeing with my 8-4 and the 4 losses, I did. If you read the article, I left the door open, almost disagreeing with myself a little bit, saying, "Look, if you can get a win in those 4, Georgia, Alabama, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, and you take care of business on the other ones, 9 wins is very obtainable." You really think about it. You get 1 win in those because it's a stretch. Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia. Find a win there.
Yeah.
And I think this season is going to be a good one.
Good stuff, Stan. Appreciate you calling in, big dog.
Blake R., just so you know, the secret to COVID is inside those steaks from Waffle House. Go ahead, Zach. My bad.
The cure, you mean?
3-6,
Yeah. The cure.
8. You're live. Who are we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey, fellas. This is Jonathan down in Troy again. How are y'all?
Hey, Jonathan, how about yourself?
I'm doing
about
good.
yourself?
I just wanted to call in and give a couple points to why I think Auburn's going to beat Baylor and give my record for prediction for the year.
All right, let's go with a record prediction first.
I think they're going to go 9-3.
Okay.
I think they're actually going to win 2 of the 4 big ones.
Okay.
I think they're going to beat Baylor. I think they're going to win Oklahoma, and I think they're going to take one of either Alabama or Georgia.
Okay.
I think both of them being at home this year, you have to get one of them.
Jonathan, if you had a choice of which one you want, which one would you get?
Either Arkansas or Vanderbilt.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. I was talking over you, buddy, but
The freeze drops.
I think I'm muted. Am I muted? Jonathan, it's my fault, dude. You were still talking, but I was asking you if you could choose Alabama or a Georgia win, which one would you choose?
Alabama.
Okay, we're all on the same page.
I want Alabama to lose everything for the remainder of their existence.
Okay,
hey,
I don't disagree.
I think we're all on the same page there.
Yeah. My man just put it so perfectly.
He's right.
Okay, and why is Auburn going to beat Baylor, Jonathan?
So I did a little research, and I'll be quick. I just think that we're going to out-defense Baylor. I don't think Baylor is going to score over 20 points. I think Auburn's offense is going to show up a little bit. I looked at all the games last year, and I looked at total offense, scoring, passing and rushing, which gives me 48 data points. And Auburn was on the plus side of those 48 data points by 37-11, meaning that they held opponents below their season averages 37 of 48 times whenever you account for points scored, total points, rushing, and passing offense. So I think the defense is even going to be better than they were last year, and I think the defense is going to show up. Plus, it's the first game of the season. Offenses are usually sluggish the first couple of games anyway, and defenses are usually, especially second year in the DJ Durkin's defense. I think Auburn is going to win somewhere around 34-37 over like 17-20.
Okay. The line for that game is Auburn come out. MGM came out with the line today. I think it was Auburn minus 2.5, and I think the over under was 57.5. So they're expecting it to be 30-27ish.
Yeah.
Probably the first 1 to 30 wins if you look at it that way.
By the way, Jonathan, I really liked that little mathematical breakdown there. I'm about that.
About that data.
I like it.
Well, SP plus action.
I like it.
Good stuff, Jonathan. Appreciate you calling in, big dog.
5202. You're live. Who we talking to? Where you calling from?
How about you guys? It's Darren down in nice Florida.
Darren
How
comes
about
through.
you, Darren?
He comes through clear, don't he?
He does. That beach
Hey
reception.
Lee, that delay is killing all of us.
Is
you
it?
think you're talking, I think I'm talking. I'll be honest with you, man. I've been with y'all years, and it just blows me away to have a conversation. I've really never heard any of your callers be way out of line. I may be wrong. There may be a reason for the big delay, but Hoss, just like you talking over that guy a while ago, it's tough with a big delay that y'all have in this transmission, the way it goes.
That's on us, man. I just need to shut up until y'all finish talking, and I'm going to learn my lesson one of these days.
No, we don't know. There's a difference between when we're talking and you're talking. There's just
Hey, listen, man, we're not here to complain.
Delay
Just
and
let it be
overlap runs, or sometimes I feel like I'm talking over
All right,
y'all.
man. Take it
I
over
wanna
PR,
hear
big
y'all.
dog.
You know. By the way, Waffle House sells the most T-bone steaks in America, up to 10,000 a day.
Really?
Ooh,
I don't even go for the
Darren.
T-bone. I go for the sirloin.
Lord have mercy.
I'm with you on that, Cole.
They kill it. So now my statement on football.
Okay.
Alan, all three of y'all, you're right. Proof. Tell me what Hugh Freeze has done to prove that he can coach at this level. He beat Hugh Saban at Mississippi a couple of times. There's no trophies in the showcase. There's nothing there. There's not even a conference championship, guys. Even when he was Mississippi and he beat Saban twice. There's nothing there. Okay. And I believe this is a 9-3, 8-4 team with the right coaching. I believe the talent's there, and it's time, and the schedule sets up, because Jay Lee's exactly right. Whatever that looks like next year is going to be ugly compared to what we have this year.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Number two, my question. Eric Winters, I think I'm hearing a lot of good. I'm hearing on the clock, 4.4, 4.5 electronic, pretty damn consistent for that size guy. Is he going to translate? Will he see the field, and will he translate buck or nickel, or where does he fit at coming in this year as a freshman? Thanks, y'all. Have a good
Appreciate you, Darren. Good stuff. Alan, you're our Eric Winters czar.
So boundary safety, I think, is where he's going to plug in. And Darren, if you have an opportunity to, if you haven't read it yet, for those that haven't had the opportunity, take a peek at J.G. Tate's depth chart for both defense. Cole helped out with that. And I thought it was fantastic. Could not agree more on every one of the picks. But Eric, on that depth chart, was at the boundary safety spot in the 2 deep. I think that's exactly where he is. I project him to have a good freshman year. He's probably going to start out predominantly on special teams, but he'll get some snaps in the back end, and they'll slowly kind of work him in. His problem is he's probably behind the most consistent player in the back end in Auburn's entire secondary. So that's where he's going to have some trouble seeing the field. except for potentially maybe he is your dime in against certain teams, particularly those that are going to try to run the football. I think he makes a very effective dime contingent on, the formation or how you're trying to play things in the back end.
I'll tell you what's probably a good sign about Eric Winters, and I did help JG on that. We collaborated. That was one where both safety spots were difficult because we were trying to predict the two deep, not like, hey, here's all the guys who could play. Let's get down to two. So go check that out for sure. That's good stuff. But on those, I went with Eric Winters, and Jay agreed with me. We went with that. We're like, heard a lot about him, and here's something that stands out to me. Every time we go to the practice viewings, he's not one of these guys that's moving around a lot. Like I've seen Anquan Fagans take some snaps at safety and nickel. What does that tell you? It tells you, hey, we like him right here. As for a freshman, it's good to move around. Eventually, that's what you want to be. You want to be a versatile guy like that. Coming in, if you're able to earn a spot and hold on to it, and they're going, hey, don't worry about learning that spot. We're going to keep you here. We need you for that. That's usually a good sign.
Because they want you to play fast your first year, right? Like that's the piece of it. We want you to master this, and then we'll start working on everything else. But let's find where you fit best. And I'm with you. The fact that they haven't rotated him and kept him right there. And then against some of the competition too, I just think Eric's probably talent-wise, his ceiling is higher than a lot of the other guys that are at that boundary safety spot. And that's not a knock on them. That's just some of what I believe Eric is capable of.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Darren. Appreciate you calling in, big dog.
0992. You're live. Who we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey guys, this is Chuck from Montgomery.
Hey, what's up, Chuck?
I just have a comment and question. Really, something I haven't heard really talked about after the whole Hugh Freeze play calling debacle was. I don't really care who's calling the plays, but do you feel like Freeze's system is just kind of outdated from the last couple of years? We really haven't had any consistency in like sustaining drives. Do you think that's offensive line related, or do you think we finally have the players in place that we can shine and have a Texas A&M type game plan every single week?
No, I think it's execution related all the way. Starting with quarterback. I mean, every position. It's not always on quarterback.
Wide receiver, tight end.
Yeah, wide receiver. You had a youth at receiver last year. They didn't know the depth. Well, that's why the ball was a yard off sometimes, because they were in the wrong depth, in the wrong place. It's execution. It comes down to execution. If you run the veer and you execute it perfectly, you can beat people. I don't think that you have to have the most new and improved offense. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. It just, you got to execute. That's the best thing you can do. And this offense, by the way that it works, and I have broken it down on a couple of shows that are not free to YouTube. You should go check them out. Has an answer for everything if done correctly. The defense cannot guess correctly if execution's right. And that's why I like this offense. The problem with it is human error. There's going to be some error involved. Can you overcome it? Last year, margin for error, too small. Got to be bigger. Thank you, JMH, or JHM. I will absolutely take you up on that if you are willing.
That is his wife. Just keep that in mind. Just remember that. That's a woman. That's definitely a woman. She's smoking hot.
Okay.
No, I'm with you, Cole. With the amount of option routes in the offense, the amount of RPO, the decisions that are put on the quarterback. I mean, all the protections, everything is on them, right? And so if you don't have a quick decision maker at quarterback or somebody that's on the same page with what they're being asked to do schematically with their receivers and skill players, it makes it incredibly difficult. Now, I think Jackson Arnold is a much better fit, pure fit, right? Yeah. I'm not going to get into whose talent ceiling is higher and all that other stuff. I'm not going to badmouth Peyton Thorne. I just thought that Peyton was not always a great fit for what Hugh wanted to do, specifically for an ad-lib standpoint. When things didn't go exactly right, I felt like that was the situation where Peyton kind of freaked out a little bit. I feel a little bit different about Jackson. He's he's a little bit more depth at making plays off platform and being able to scramble.
Good stuff, Chuck. Appreciate you calling in, buddy.
I'm sorry.
99384. You're live. Who are we talking to? Where are you calling from?
I'm just catching up on this.
Good evening, fellas. This is John from San Antonio. How are y'all doing tonight?
Hey, how about you, John from San Antonio?
Hey, listen, I think we're going to go 9-3 this year.
Okay.
I really feel good about this team. I think we're the deepest we've been in a long time. We actually have an offensive line this year. I think we're stacked at wide receiver. I think our D is too deep. I mean, we have all the pieces that we need, and we need a little luck to go our way this year. Whereas last year we had 0 breaks. So I think we're due. You know, I'm going to Baylor Friday night. Can't wait, and I'm going to go to the OU game. I'm really excited about this season. I really like what you guys have done with the merger with Rivals. I was a Rivals subscription.
Awesome.
On Rivals.
Nice.
I really like the fact that y'all merged, and I'm really liking the content. I like the 2 boards that you got. Cole, I really like that thread that you ran this week, showing the Alamo Bowl with Oklahoma, Arizona. I thought that was really cool how you broke it down rather than just showing the video of the whole game.
Yeah.
Really liking the content on the merge site.
One of us.
I like it. Just don't get into the Dave Aranda part of that movie, and we'll be okay.
Yeah.
John, fantastic call, buddy. We appreciate you, man. Don't be a stranger.
Enjoy the game.
0978. You're live. Who are we talking to? Where are you calling from?
How about you guys? This is Tim from El Dorado Hills. How you doing today?
There he is.
One of my favorites, yes.
We're nationwide, aren't we?
Oh, man. Global, baby.
Absolutely.
We global.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to pitch my hat in the ring for my line on the season right now is 9.5. And the reason for my optimism compared to you guys a little bit is, let me say it this way. Cole, I think it's probably safe to say you probably have seen these boys in person more than anybody else on the panel, and probably watched more tape than anybody else on the panel. And you seem to be the most optimistic on the record, right?
Maybe a little bit.
And what I'm getting at here is, I think one of the differences that we have is the quality of the players that we have. It's not just about star rating. We've talked about some of the lower star rating players really showing out, like Caleb. And I think it's the quality of player and the quality of program they're coming from. We got a lot of winners on this team now, and they're really pushing the upperclassmen to win. That's my thought, and I just wonder if you guys had any feeling based on what I just said, looking at some of the past recruiting classes. Are you seeing it the same way, that we've got people coming from higher classes of programs, winning programs, as compared to some of them in the past? I'll hang up and listen.
I think that's a fantastic point. At least a theory, if nothing else.
I agree. To steal a line from Remember the Titans, attitude reflect leadership, Captain. I think there's something to bringing in guys from programs that are used to winning. You're trying to create a culture within that building that doesn't accept or tolerate losing, or at least one that hates losing more than they like winning. You also want a culture of accountability. Guys are going to look the other one in the eye and say, look, either you go out there and you play up to your capability, or don't go out there, period. You know what I mean? Don't take the field. We want somebody that's going to go out there and leave it all on the field. And I think that's what they're trying to create. That's where they're plucking kids from those kind of programs, guys that have won state championships, guys that have been a part of, Thompson, where winning is just what is expected. So I think there's a lot of validity to what Tim's saying. I think my biggest hang up, beyond just the fact that we haven't seen it yet, is that most of the talent on this roster is young talent. And I still think young talent makes mistakes at times, even in critical downs and distances, where seasoned vets don't necessarily make those same or have those same miscues. So That's part of my hang up, Tim. But again, I believe in what you're saying. I believe in your theory. And I think there's I think there's something to it for sure.
That is a theory that I truly believe there's something to. And I wrote an article on it last year, Tim. Go check it out right here. Some of the guys I wrote this about are not on the team anymore, but basically just looking at the high schools that have given players to Auburn, where they rank, what their records were last year. I thought it was a cool little case study. I'm glad someone else believes that too. So very, very good point, Tim. Appreciate it.
Good call, Tim. I think we got one more somewhere.
Yep. Last caller of the night, 2349. You're live. Who are we talking to? Where are you calling from?
Hey guys, this is Bobby from Huntsville, Alabama. And I just wanted to say, I was thinking about it the other day. For so long, Auburn has been predicted every year behind Georgia and Alabama. And at what point are we going to just say that if we're not doing it like Nick Saban did it, or like how Kirby Smart's doing it at Georgia, that we're doing it wrong? And that's my statement. My question is, if we're predicted to lose to, or you guys have us losing to Oklahoma and Texas A&M, at what point do we realize that Jackson Arnold was a bad investment, and then we move on to either Ashton Daniels or Deuce Knight? That's my question, guys. I love you guys. I've been listening for about 3 years. I love what y'all do, man. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, man.
Appreciate you, Bobby. Good stuff.
Yeah, great last call.
Great.
Yeah,
last call.
That was a great last call.
Yeah. I think it depends on if those losses are Jackson Arnold's fault, right? I mean, there's a lot of nuance that goes into that. What if it's the defense that plays poorly in those games? So just saying losses in those games, it really depends on how it lays out, what they look like. Is it Jackson Arnold? Is it the receivers? Is it the offensive line really didn't give him an opportunity? Is it a combination thereof? Does the play calling look disjointed? Is it the defense? Is it the special teams, right? Is it a situation where you play your ass off? Think about LSU 2005 and Auburn just misses 4 field goals in that game. Are you putting that on Jackson Arnold? Or is that a situation where, somebody else on the team came up short? So I understand where he's coming from. I think quarterback is the most critical position on the field, but it's hard to lay it at Jackson's feet right now and say, we need to make a change at quarterback without knowing what the outcome of the game was and how it was played.
So I have a counter question to you, Alan, I guess. So I think some of that happened a year ago, and with Peyton Thorne, and where Hugh Freeze, after the game, maybe put a little more blame on Thorne, and then after watching film on Monday, comes back and says, "You know what? That wasn't on him." Do you remember this happening a few times?
Several times.
Okay. You know how Auburn fans are upset?
For sure.
Rightfully so. And we don't believe all of that is truly fair to Hugh Freeze because of where Auburn's been in the past, before Hugh Freeze got here and with Hugh Freeze, yes. But some of it's a little unfair because, you're going into year 3. Let's see where we're at. Let's not go crazy yet. At what point does Hugh Freeze go, all right, I don't care about that anymore. I don't care about being fair. We got to win. So, in other words, to Bobby's question, how short is this leash? I feel like it's going to be short. I do. We haven't talked about this much. Weirdly enough, less than a week before the game.
Yeah.
I don't want to fire anybody
Do you
up.
think the leash on Jackson Arnold will be short?
I do, because I think the room is highly thought of.
Boy, for a guy who is big on his quarterback confidence.
I think not only that, if you're selling self-preservation here, what's easier to sell? Deuce Knight as my starting quarterback or Jackson Arnold as my starting quarterback?
Oh, I'm thinking of like if Baylor in the middle of the second quarter, Auburn's down 10-7. Okay, my bad. Okay. Okay.
Not that I think where Cole's at is like, what if we get to Georgia, we get to the bye week and we're 2-3
Let me explain
with
my thought process.
6 interceptions and 3 touchdowns.
I can see that people might freak out by that. Let me talk through my thought process as we're ending this here. My thought process is I'm looking back at last year and going, okay, the room as a whole, not even close to what it is right now.
Absolutely not.
I just don't think it is. I don't think it is. And Hugh Freeze was willing to say, I've got to try Hank Brown. I got to try him. A guy that hadn't played a snap, right?
Oof.
Doesn't have the talent ceiling of a Deuce Knight. We know that. He said, I got to try him. Not only did he try him, he started him for the New Mexico game and then started him again for Arkansas.
Didn't he throw like 4 picks?
He threw 3 in the first half against Arkansas.
And 2 of them were bad.
And I'll give Hank credit. He had some really good throws in the Arkansas game.
Yes, he did. And maybe Hugh pulled the rug on him a little bit quickly. I thought it was appropriate when he put Peyton back in because he felt like he needed to win. And I went on record after he pulled Peyton and basically said, look, I know everybody wants a quarterback change, but I think I think that that's low-hanging fruit, man. That the problems are more than just the quarterback. But anyway, we're getting off topic here. Cole, to your point, to me, if you are unsuccessful with multiple losses, and if you're Hugh Freeze trying to get a spark of some sorts, I'm with you. I think the leash will be short. I mean, I think if you lose to Baylor and then you turn around and you lose in Oklahoma and an A&M, I don't see a world where Jackson Arnold would be able to stay the starter. And I think at that point, you're wanting to see what Deuce is. And let me talk about this too, okay? Player agency is a real thing now. Player equity is a real thing now. If Deuce Knight were to rip off 5 straight wins or something of that nature, if he's to say, hey, I love playing for Coach Hugh Freeze, that used to be a throwaway line, right? But now, with the amount of investment you put in a player and the fact that that player can leave each and every year, does that buy Hugh Freeze time? I think that's a real thing that people have to start looking at when you start thinking about firing coaches. I do. And that's not going to be popular. And people are going to say, screw it, man. If he can't win, he can't win. You need to get a new coach. But I'm telling you, ADs look at this differently now. They think, can we just change a coordinator? Can we upgrade personnel around this player? Do we not have to restart the wheel and buy this guy out? Because who are we going to go to for money to help fundraise, to compensate for the money we're going to take out of our budget? We're already paying $20 million in rev share. And now you got to pay another $6 million per year to buy Freeze out. Or is it cheaper to keep everybody in place and just force him to hire a coordinator? Those are real conversations that are going to be had if it looks like he's got something to sell. You saw it with Billy Napier last year at Florida. I think it would be a real conversation for Hugh if that's the scenario that plays itself out.
Wanted to go make sure for the record, Kevin wasn't able to call, or his call dropped, but he was the first to comment. He said, War Eagle Cam Coleman will have 35 touchdowns. Everyone will score, including Connor Lew. He also says he's fired up. It's game week, 12-0.
If they run the fumble Rooski with the center, yes, please God, man.
So Kevin's got Auburn 12-0, fired up. Cam Coleman with 35 touchdowns. Got to get Kevin back on the phone, man. Yes. We need some. We gonna have some in-season Kevin. Okay, look, before we go, Auburn Baylor. Auburn's 2.5-point favorite, over under 57.5 at Baylor Friday night. What time's kick?
7, I think. 6.
7-ish Central Time. Well, expectations, thoughts, predictions, real quick.
Quick score prediction for me: Auburn 31, Baylor 20. Big win for the Tigers. I know what I've said about 7-5. I think Auburn is significantly more talented than Baylor at almost every spot other than offensive line. Nice win, and I think this team will be focused and ready to go.
I like it. Cole Pinkston.
Very close to my score prediction. 31-21 was mine. Auburn. I think Auburn covers. I agree with who wasn't made the point about defense? Was it Jonathan from Troy?
It was.
I think the defense is going to actually hold Baylor to 21, which, in my opinion, would be a nice little feat. That'd be good because Baylor's offense is good. So 31-21, I'll take Auburn here. I like the roster matchup.
Yep, me too.
That's about the best I can give you on that.
I think it's going to be a close one. I'm worried about Auburn's offense. I'm worried about the offensive line. I'm worried about Jackson Arnold. I really feel like, man, I really think a 10-point or more win is very in the cards. It could be. I'm just not there yet. I want to see this team. I want to see it play. I want to see what we're talking about. We're talking about what we're hearing and what somebody else is seeing, and I want to see it, even if it's just one game. I want to see it. So, but I've got Auburn, 28-27, something like that. A close game. I think Auburn wins a close one until I learn otherwise.
I like it. Like a true investigative reporter there, Jeffrey Lee.
Yeah. Otherwise, we had a bunch of 9-3 predictions. John from San Antonio 9-3, Jonathan 9-3, Stan from PCB was 9-3, 8-4. Anthony was 9-3. So a lot of 9-3s, and then Kevin, of course, was 12-0. Every game wins. All right, that's going to wrap it up this week, man. We're ready for football. And the next time we see you, we're going to be talking about Auburn's big win on the road at Baylor or disappointing loss. Oh, man, what if Auburn just worked? God, what a long year that's going to make. Let's don't talk like that.
That's not.
We're going to talk about Auburn's big win. Kevin's going to get us started next week, fired up. I can hear them already. Don't forget, if you're in Auburn, Opelika, Lee County, looking for some real estate help, look no further for the help you need. Miss Jessica Andrus with First Realty. Give her a call, 334-704-4442. Tell her we sent you. All right, folks, that's going to do it. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you, everyone, for watching and listening at the same time. It's incredible. You're very talented. We absolutely appreciate you. Y'all look for shows coming up. Our in-season show schedule for auburnsports.com is going to start, I think, this week, or I think it's this week. We're going to have shows every single day. So go to our YouTube page. You're on it right now. Hit those like, subscribe, notifications. Get all the videos from JG Tate, B-Matt, Caleb, Justin, Cole, me, Caleb. Did I say Caleb?
You did.
Every day it's going to be a new angle with new voices and different intel insights. So loaded show in-season show schedule for auburnsports.com. If you're not a member, go check it out. 1 week for the first $1 for the first week, and then you will not be disappointed and you will stick on. All right, thanks everybody for listening. Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate you, man. For Cole, for Alan, for Zach in the back. Who stayed in the back? I'm Jeffrey Lee, man. Y'all stay that left lane. See ya.